Are you tired of the same old dating advice? Are you ready to step up your game and become a true modern-day samurai in the world of romance? In this video, we're going to be exploring the teachings of Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest samurais in history, and how they can be applied to the 7 things that men should absolutely avoid doing with women. Lesson 1. Be disrespectful. Respect is the foundation of all human interactions. When we respect others, we acknowledge their inherent worth and dignity. Respect was not just an abstract concept, but a way of life. His teachings emphasize that respect for others is a reflection of one's self-respect and inner strength. Disrespecting women, therefore, is not only a personal failing, but also a violation of the principles of honor and integrity. Disrespect can manifest in numerous ways, and it is crucial to recognize these behaviors to avoid them. Disrespecting women can involve using derogatory language, making belittling comments, dismissing their opinions, and exhibiting condescending attitudes. Such behaviors are harmful and demeaning, stripping women of their dignity and undermining their confidence. When men disrespect women, they perpetuate a culture of inequality and reinforce harmful stereotypes that have long marginalized women. Miyamoto Musashi taught that a true warrior must embody honor and respect in all aspects of life. This teaching is especially relevant in our interactions with women. Respect means acknowledging and valuing their thoughts, feelings, and rights. It requires understanding that women are not inferior or secondary to men, but are equal partners deserving of the same level of respect and dignity. This principle is not limited to personal relationships, but extends to all interactions with women, whether in the workplace, social settings, or public life. One of the most damaging forms of disrespect is using derogatory language. Words have power, and when men use offensive or belittling language towards women, they inflict emotional harm and contribute to a culture of disrespect. It is essential to be mindful of the language we use and to choose words that uplift and respect women rather than demean them. This includes avoiding sexist jokes, derogatory terms, and any language that diminishes a woman's worth. Another form of disrespect is dismissing a woman's opinions or contributions. In both personal and professional settings, women often face the challenge of having their ideas and perspectives undervalued or ignored. This dismissive behavior not only undermines their confidence, but also stifles their ability to contribute meaningfully. Men must actively listen to and value women's voices, recognizing their expertise and insights. By doing so, they show respect and create an inclusive environment where women can thrive. Condescending attitudes are another harmful manifestation of disrespect. When men speak or act in a patronizing manner towards women, they imply that women are less capable or knowledgeable. This attitude is not only disrespectful, but also profoundly damaging to a woman's self-esteem and sense of worth. It is important for men to approach interactions with women as equals, with a genuine respect for their abilities and intelligence. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings remind us that disrespecting others is a sign of personal weakness. A true warrior does not seek to dominate or belittle others, but strives to uplift and honor them. Disrespecting women not only harms them, but also diminishes the character of the man who engages in such behavior. It leads to a toxic environment where neither party can thrive, and it undermines the principles of honor and integrity that Musashi valued so highly. In relationships, respect is shown through active listening, empathy, and appreciation. Active listening involves fully engaging with what a woman is saying, without interrupting or dismissing her thoughts. It means being present in the conversation and showing genuine interest in her perspective. Empathy involves understanding and sharing her feelings, recognizing her experiences, and validating her emotions. Appreciation means acknowledging her contributions, expressing gratitude, and showing that her efforts and presence are valued. Respect also means honoring a woman's boundaries. This involves recognizing and respecting her personal space, her emotional needs, and her right to make her own decisions. Ignoring or violating a woman's boundaries is a profound form of disrespect that undermines her autonomy and can cause significant emotional harm. Men must be attentive to and respectful of the boundaries set by women, ensuring that they feel safe and respected in all interactions. Disrespecting women also perpetuates harmful stereotypes and societal norms that have historically marginalized women. By challenging these behaviors and adopting a mindset of respect, men can contribute to a more equitable and just society. Musashi's emphasis on honor and respect serves as a timeless reminder that true strength lies not in dominating others, but in uplifting and valuing them. This principle is especially important in today's world, where the fight for gender equality continues. Respecting women is not just about avoiding negative behaviors, but also about actively promoting positive ones. This includes advocating for women's rights, supporting their ambitions, and standing against sexism and discrimination. It means being an ally in the fight for gender equality and using one's privilege and influence to create a more inclusive and respectful society. Men have a critical role to play in this effort, and by embodying the principles of respect and honor taught by Musashi, they can make a meaningful impact. Lesson 2. Be controlling. The desire to control often stems from deep-seated insecurities and fears. Men who attempt to control women may do so out of a fear of losing them, a fear of inadequacy, or a fear of vulnerability. However, Miyamoto Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength and security come from self-mastery and inner confidence, not from controlling others. A man who is confident in himself and his relationship does not feel the need to control his partner, because he trusts her and respects her autonomy. One common form of controlling behavior is dictating a woman's appearance. This can involve telling her how to dress, how to wear her hair, or how to present herself in public. Such behavior is deeply disrespectful, as it disregards a woman's right to express herself and make decisions about her own body. It is an attempt to mold her into someone else's ideal, rather than accepting and appreciating her for who she is. Musashi's emphasis on self-discipline and respect for others' autonomy teaches us that we should celebrate individuality, not stifle it. Another form of control is restricting a woman's social interactions. This can involve forbidding her from seeing certain friends or family members, monitoring her communications, or demanding to know her whereabouts at all times. Such behavior is a manifestation of distrust and insecurity. It creates a suffocating environment where a woman feels isolated and trapped. Musashi's philosophy teaches us that relationships should be based on trust and mutual respect. By allowing women the freedom to maintain their social connections, men show that they trust and respect their partners. Financial control is another way men may attempt to exert power over women. This can involve controlling access to money, making all financial decisions unilaterally, or using financial resources as a means of manipulation. Financial control undermines a woman's independence and creates a power imbalance that can be difficult to escape. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength lies in empowering others, not in dominating them. By supporting a woman's financial independence and involving her in financial decisions, men can foster a more equitable and respectful partnership. Emotional manipulation is a subtler form of control that can be just as damaging. This can involve guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or using emotional blackmail to get one's way. Such behavior erodes a woman's self-esteem and makes her doubt her own perceptions and feelings. Musashi's emphasis on integrity and honor teaches us that manipulation has no place in a respectful relationship. Instead, men should strive to communicate openly and honestly, respecting their partner's feelings and perspectives. One of the most harmful aspects of controlling behavior is that it can erode a woman's sense of self-worth. Constantly being told what to do, how to think, and how to feel can make a woman lose confidence in her own abilities and judgments. Musashi's teachings remind us that a true warrior uplifts and empowers those around him. By respecting a woman's autonomy and encouraging her to be her authentic self, men can help build her confidence and sense of self-worth. Controlling behavior can create a toxic cycle that is difficult to break. The more a man tries to control his partner, the more she may resist or withdraw, leading to increased attempts at control. This cycle can escalate into a highly destructive pattern that damages both individuals and the relationship as a whole. Musashi's philosophy teaches us that true strength lies in self-control and inner peace. By focusing on self-improvement and self-mastery, men can break this cycle and create a healthier, more balanced relationship. Musashi's teachings also remind us that relationships should be partnerships, not power struggles. In a true partnership, both parties have an equal say and respect each other's autonomy. They work together to make decisions and support each other's growth and happiness. This is the essence of a healthy and respectful relationship. By relinquishing the need to control and instead embracing a partnership approach, men can build stronger, more fulfilling connections with the women in their lives. Musashi's emphasis on the impermanence of life and the importance of living in the moment teaches us that control is ultimately an illusion. We cannot control everything in life, and attempting to do so only leads to frustration and suffering. Instead, we should focus on what we can control: our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. By letting go of the need to control others, we free ourselves to live more fully and authentically. By understanding that control stems from insecurity and fear, men can begin to address these issues within themselves rather than projecting them onto their partners. By embracing the principles of respect, trust, and partnership, men can create healthier, more respectful relationships that honor the autonomy and dignity of women. Musashi's philosophy reminds us that true strength lies not in dominating others, but in uplifting and empowering them. By relinquishing the need to control and instead focusing on self-mastery and mutual respect, men can build stronger, more fulfilling relationships that benefit both partners and contribute to a more just and equitable society. Lesson 3. Be violent. Miyamoto Musashi's profound understanding of violence and its implications offers a crucial perspective on why it must be eradicated from any interaction, especially with women. Violence, in any form, is an affront to the principles of honor, respect, and humanity that Musashi held dear. It not only causes immediate physical and emotional harm, but also inflicts deep-seated trauma that can last a lifetime. Physical violence is often the most visible and discussed form, involving actions like hitting, slapping, or pushing. However, emotional and psychological violence can be equally damaging. This includes behaviors such as verbal abuse, manipulation, intimidation, and threats. These forms of violence can erode a woman's self-esteem, create an environment of fear, and lead to severe mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Musashi's teachings remind us that a true warrior is characterized by self-discipline and a profound respect for others. Engaging in violence is a direct contradiction to these values. It signifies a lack of self-control and an inability to manage one's emotions and impulses. Men who resort to violence against women are often attempting to assert dominance and control, reflecting their own insecurities and weaknesses. This behavior is not a sign of strength, but of profound inner turmoil and failure to uphold the honorable conduct Musashi espoused. To understand the destructive nature of violence in relationships, it's essential to recognize its long-term impact. Women who experience violence often suffer from a range of physical and psychological health issues. These can include chronic pain, gastrointestinal disorders, and cardiovascular problems, as well as severe psychological consequences like depression and anxiety. The fear and trauma resulting from violence can also lead to social isolation, making it difficult for survivors to seek help or build supportive relationships in the future. Musashi's philosophy advocates for resolving conflicts through peaceful means and understanding rather than through force. In relationships, this means engaging in open and respectful communication, even in times of disagreement. It involves listening to a partner's perspective, acknowledging their feelings, and working together to find solutions. Resorting to violence only escalates conflicts and causes irreparable harm. Violence against women perpetuates a cycle of abuse that can affect future generations. Children who witness domestic violence are more likely to experience emotional and behavioral problems and may perpetuate the cycle of violence in their own relationships. This underscores the importance of breaking the cycle of violence through education, awareness, and the promotion of healthy relationship dynamics. Musashi's teachings also highlight the importance of personal growth and self-improvement. Men must recognize that resorting to violence is a failure to address their own issues and insecurities. Instead of projecting these issues onto others, they should seek to understand and resolve their inner conflicts. This may involve seeking professional help, engaging in self-reflection, and developing healthier ways of coping with stress and anger. Promoting nonviolence and respect in relationships also involves challenging societal norms and stereotypes that condone or trivialize violence against women. It requires a collective effort to raise awareness about the consequences of violence and to support initiatives that promote gender equality and respectful relationships. By challenging these harmful norms and advocating for a culture of respect and nonviolence, we can create a safer and more equitable society for everyone. Musashi's philosophy is a powerful reminder that true strength lies not in the ability to dominate others, but in the capacity for self-control, respect, and compassion. Men must strive to embody these principles in their relationships with women, rejecting violence in all its forms. By doing so, they can build healthier, more respectful, and fulfilling relationships that honor the dignity and autonomy of both partners. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength lies in self-discipline, respect, and the ability to resolve conflicts peacefully. By rejecting violence and embracing these principles, men can build healthier and more respectful relationships, contributing to a more just and equitable society. Lesson 4. Be dishonest. Honesty is a fundamental component of any healthy relationship. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of truth and integrity. Dishonesty undermines the trust that is essential for meaningful connections and creates a foundation of deceit and betrayal. Dishonesty can take many forms, from outright lies to subtle omissions and half-truths. In relationships, dishonesty erodes trust and creates a toxic environment where women feel uncertain and insecure. It can involve lying about one's actions, feelings, or intentions, and it can lead to a web of deception that is difficult to untangle. Musashi believed that a true warrior must live with integrity and honesty. This means being truthful in one's words and actions, and not seeking to deceive others for personal gain. In relationships, this translates to being honest with women about one's feelings, intentions, and actions. It means communicating openly and transparently, and not hiding the truth for fear of conflict or rejection. Dishonesty not only harms the woman being deceived, but also diminishes the character of the man who engages in it. It creates a cycle of mistrust and resentment that can be difficult to break. In contrast, honesty fosters trust and respect, creating a solid foundation for a healthy relationship. It allows both parties to feel secure and valued, knowing that they can rely on each other to be truthful and transparent. Musashi's teachings remind us that honesty is a reflection of one's inner strength and integrity. By being honest in relationships, men can build trust and respect, creating a more positive and supportive dynamic. This not only benefits the woman involved, but also allows the man to live with integrity and honor. Lesson 5. Be jealous. Jealousy is a destructive emotion that can poison relationships. Miyamoto Musashi taught that a true warrior must have control over his emotions and not be swayed by negative feelings like jealousy. Jealousy arises from insecurity and fear, and it can lead to controlling and manipulative behavior that undermines trust and respect in relationships. Jealousy can manifest in various ways, from suspicion and distrust to controlling behavior and accusations. It can cause men to monitor their partner's actions, question their fidelity, and restrict their freedom. This behavior is not only harmful, but also deeply disrespectful to a woman's autonomy and trustworthiness. Musashi believed that true strength comes from within, and that a warrior must have confidence in himself and his abilities. Jealousy, on the other hand, is a sign of insecurity and a lack of self-confidence. In relationships, This means trusting women and respecting their independence. It means having confidence in the relationship and not being swayed by unfounded fears and suspicions. Jealousy creates a toxic environment where women feel constantly scrutinized and mistrusted. It undermines the trust and respect that are essential for a healthy relationship and can lead to a cycle of suspicion and resentment. Instead, relationships should be built on mutual trust and respect, where both parties feel secure and valued. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength lies in self-control and inner confidence. By overcoming jealousy and trusting in the relationship, men can create a more positive and supportive dynamic. This allows both partners to feel secure and respected, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling connection. Lesson 6. Pressure them into sex. Respecting a woman's autonomy and boundaries is essential for any healthy relationship. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of honor and respect, and pressuring women into sex is a violation of these principles. It is a form of coercion that disregards a woman's right to make her own decisions about her body and her sexuality. Pressuring women into sex can take many forms, from verbal persuasion and manipulation to more subtle forms of coercion. It can involve making women feel guilty or obligated, or using emotional manipulation to persuade them. This behavior is not only disrespectful, but also deeply harmful, as it violates a woman's autonomy and can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and trauma. Musashi believed that a true warrior must respect the rights and dignity of others. In relationships, this means respecting a woman's boundaries and not pressuring her into anything she is not comfortable with. It means understanding and valuing her right to make her own decisions about her body and her sexuality. Pressuring women into sex undermines the trust and respect that are essential for a healthy relationship. It creates a power imbalance where women feel coerced and disrespected, rather than valued and respected. Instead, relationships should be built on mutual respect and understanding, where both parties feel free to express their desires and boundaries without fear of coercion or manipulation. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength lies in respecting others and acting with integrity. By respecting a woman's boundaries and not pressuring her into sex, men can create a more positive and respectful dynamic. This allows both partners to feel valued and respected, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. Lesson 7. Ignore their boundaries. Respecting boundaries is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of honor and respect, and ignoring a woman's boundaries is a violation of these principles. Boundaries are a way for women to express their needs and protect their well-being, and ignoring them is deeply disrespectful. Boundaries can be physical, emotional, or psychological. They involve respecting a woman's personal space, her emotional needs, and her right to make her own decisions. Ignoring boundaries can involve actions such as invading her personal space, disregarding her feelings, or pressuring her to do things she is not comfortable with. This behavior is not only disrespectful, but also harmful, as it violates a woman's autonomy and can lead to feelings of discomfort, stress, and trauma. Musashi believed that a true warrior must respect the rights and dignity of others. In relationships, this means respecting a woman's boundaries and not pushing her to do anything she is not comfortable with. It means understanding and valuing her right to make her own decisions about her body, her feelings, and her actions. Ignoring a woman's boundaries undermines the trust and respect that are essential for a healthy relationship. It creates a power imbalance where women feel disrespected and undervalued, rather than supported and respected. Instead, relationships should be built on mutual respect and understanding, where both parties feel free to express their boundaries and have them respected. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength lies in respecting others and acting with integrity. By respecting a woman's boundaries and not pushing her to do anything she is not comfortable with, men can create a more positive and respectful dynamic. This allows both partners to feel valued and respected, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. By understanding and incorporating Miyamoto Musashi's teachings into our relationships, we can foster an environment of mutual respect, trust, and honor. These 7 lessons serve as a guide to help men navigate their interactions with women in a way that promotes equality, respect, and understanding. By avoiding disrespect, control, violence, dishonesty, jealousy, coercion, and boundary violations, men can build healthier, more fulfilling relationships that honor the dignity and autonomy of women.